have another second seeded upset in the men's singles. Angus and Karlong, the 8th seed, downed by Nishimoto, who will take on Wang Tzu-wei, who took out Kushit Phetpradab of Thailand. So that's how the draw is shaping up in that little cluster. And there are our results so far. Nishimoto safely through, as is Li Zhijia. And Chen Yufei, the women's singles top seed, surviving in 3 close games. Turning our attention on to women's singles now, it's PUSARLA v Sindhu, the 6th seed, who takes on Beiwen ZHANG. Second women's singles top 15 clash. And, well, this one again with a very busy head-to-head showing. They're going to be meeting for the 10th time. Sindhu and Zhang, and Nichon Jindapol and Sung Jae-hyun down below will take on the winner of this one. But that's how the land lies in that little section of the draw. And indeed, we are in the second quarter of the women's singles draw, with Nozomi Okuhara up above. The Japanese former winner here, of course. Here they come, players on their way, ready to break into action. Led out by PUSARLA v Sindhu. World champion, of course, in last August. Interesting to see how far she can go in Birmingham. She was, although Zhang was fairly consistent through 2019. And she did indeed win their last contest at the Korean Open last year. But it is PV Sindhu who leads the head-to-head 5-4 overall, having lost that last one. Current world champion and 2018 World Tour Finals champion as well. Olympic runner-up as well in the last Olympic cycle in Rio. Let's listen in.
I'm here for the toss. Red and a black. Sindhu. Red and black for you. It's black. Caught. This side. Receive.
So they're switching sides. That's a bright bag, isn't it? Wow. Won't miss her if there's a power out. So Zhang electing to choose sides. And PUSARLA v Sindhu looking keen and ready to rock and roll. As we take a look at her profile, 24 years of age. Has been as high as 2 in the world, currently ranked 6th. As I say, the current world champion and World Tour Finals champion as well in 2018, unable to defend that title last December. But following that memorable victory in Basel, becoming world champion, she had a sort of forgettable time thereafter, really, with her best showing last year being quarterfinal of the French Open. But she's a big match player, is PV Sindhu. So take a look at Beiwen ZHANG. So she's played 4 matches this year, won 2, lost 2, the 29-year-old. Very experienced, very awkward player to play against. It's a career that's been highlighted by a runner-up showing at the Victor Korean Open in 2018. Last calendar year, she was 7 times a quarter-finalist and twice beyond the semi-finals. Hong Kong Open in October and the Swiss Open in March of last year. And 5 quarter-final showings as well for the lady that's been as high as 9th in the world. Enjoys upsetting big names, Morton, doesn't she?
Yes, she is. She's very capable. She's having a wonderful playing style, and when it's going well, she's really, really good. I think she's a good all-rounder, but she's got a tendency not to be able to focus an entire match. Very often I see her losing the first game, and then after that she's recovering and winning the second and the third. So it's all about that match temperament for Zhang Beiwen. PV Sindhu played the All England for the first time. That was back in 2014. Did not participate in 15, but the best results is a semi-final, and that was in 2018. So it's not been the best of hunting grounds for PUSARLA v Sindhu. And when it comes to Zhang Beiwen, she has played at the All England. First time she took part was in 2014 as well, but she has not passed the second round at any stage in the tournament.
She'll have high hopes here, will PUSARLA v Sindhu.
Yeah, you never know. As you said, she's having that strong tendency to perform well when it matters. So let's see if she can do it at the All England this year. I think it's very important that she's
Ladies and
gaining
gentlemen,
some
on my right,
confidence, and I will come back to that a little bit later.
And on my left, Beiwen ZHANG, United States of America. Beiwen ZHANG to serve. Love all. Play. Service over, 1 love. Two love.
Well, tournaments simply don't get any more desirable than the legendary All England. They'll both be wanting to bring their very best. There's no doubting that.
Service over.
Good pace here from Zhang Beiwen. Really forcing the error here from Sindhu. And once again we see how effective it is to smash at the body, but on the forehand side of the body.
Big, tall, rangy athlete, of course, laden with power when she's getting it together and bringing her A game. It's something else to watch. Really susceptible when they sort of defend the corners and turn quickly, of course, being so statuesque. That was really nice touch from the Indian.
3-all.
Yeah, very often you see players opting to lift shots from a situation like that, but that was really well played, as you said, playing it back to the net with a spinning net shot.
Now, when the Indians' attacking game is on, it's really hard to diffuse her.
Yeah, it's interesting when Sindhu is playing well. She can use that attack as a really, really strong weapon. But very often we see that when she's playing and she's on par with players, all that aggression and everything she's doing is used in a retrieving matter, which is quite interesting. So when she's playing well and she can combine the retrieving with good attacks, that's when I think she's playing at her very, very best, as what we saw in Basel last year at the World Championship. But what was very important for her at the World Championship last year was that she did so well in, I think it was Indonesia Open, which really gave her the confidence. And I think it matters a lot to her that she's doing well in tournaments this year prior to the Olympics in order to do well at the Olympics. So what I'm saying here is it's important to Sindhu that she's playing well. Get the confidence in order for her to perform in Tokyo.
Yeah, she kind of needs the role, doesn't she? Like you said, just the tournaments a couple before, the Indonesian Open back 2019, she was runner-up. You're absolutely right, Morten. And then she went on to then use that momentum to win the World Championships in Basel.
Because last year, the first 6 months of last year was quite bad when you look at it from a player of a standard of PV Sindhu.
PUSARLA Sindhu challenging, called out.
Well, first challenge of the match. I'm right.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 6-all.
Beiwen ZHANG, of course, took to badminton because of a poor immune system function. When she was younger, her parents suggested she needed to play a sport to get stronger. A long time ago, of course. But it's just interesting how these players, you know, take to the sport, isn't it?
Service over. 7.
Kind of a self-made American as well. They've had a lot of support along the way. She's tireless and a real warrior, is Beiwen ZHANG.
Yeah, she moved from China to Singapore when she was 13, I think it was. And then from Singapore, she moved on to United States of America. Yeah, when she was 13, she moved from China to Singapore, and then later on to USA.
Service over.
But she must have a big target to represent USA at the Olympics. Still, so far, she hasn't represented them and played at the Olympics. So that must be the big target. And at the moment, she is number 16 on the race to Tokyo, based on 16 tournaments. And by far the best player from America. So she will qualify.
Turned that point round admirably.
8.
She resides these days in Las Vegas, Nevada. She's quite an itinerant sort of pass, isn't she, with all that moving around.
Service over. 9-all.
Morten, question. Do you know what the patches are on the back and inside arm of the left arm of the Indian?
No, I have noticed it, but I really don't have an answer for that.
Not tattoo removal, is it?
I have no idea.
Who knows?
I have no idea.
Some players get decorated after tournament wins.
Ten, 9.
Considering that Zhang Beiwen is normally a slow starter in the first game, I think she's done really well here in the first part of the opening game. Good play by Sindhu.
Yeah, it's a keen follow-up as well. Not that she needed to, but I think she's very imposing. So moving very sharp from the off here, PV Sindhu, and a 2-point advantage. 11-9 she leads.
Stand it back side. Sindhu, please go into the side and mistake, easy mistake this time, right? Allow one mistake, lift on one mistake. Just not to relax down. Now drop out half smash was very nice. Okay? Only you focus defense. You have to press. Left side is left side is very straight and close. So also you lift the slow down. This is defense. Only defense. No body. Inside.
Court
right.
1, 20 seconds.
Come on.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
So the two coaches with Sindhu is Park, actually originally from Korea, and of course it was Puela Gobichan, who is the chief coach in India. And he himself won the All England back in 2001 when he beat Chen Hong, not Chen Long, but Chen Hong. 15-12, 15-6.
Last Indian winner, right? No?
Yes.
Men's or women's singles.
And surely Sindhu is a player with a mission, and I'm sure she wants to do that. Be the latest Indian player to win the All England.
Yeah, just 2 matches away a couple of years ago. Lost out to Akane Yamaguchi in 2018 semi-finals. Did the player at the top of your picture. Desperate to go for the title here. But she's imposing, and it's been a good, strong start from her. Occasionally she can look a little lackluster and susceptible, but they're looking very strong so far.
Good backhand there from Sindhu.
Well, we might be in for a long one here, folks, because 6 of their 9 previous matches have gone the distance.
Sindhu.
That's setting it up very, very nicely there from Sindhu. Going cross on the first one, chances are that the reply is coming straight down the line, and she's leaping for that one on the round hip situation, and that's really sort of tempting the opponent to play that straight lift, and she's there straight away. Clever play from Sindhu.
Service over. 11-14.
Well, I know that very often we praise the two players, Tai Su-ying and of course Ratchanok Intanon as well, for the way that they play their shots and how they move on court. I'm not saying that Zhang Beiwen is all the way up there when it comes to that, but I think she is a very, very good mover on court and has got nice techniques as well.
Yeah, she kind of glides around, doesn't she?
She does, and when she's playing at her very best, she can trouble a lot of players.
Someone's pulled the trigger on challenge. It's PUSARLA. Let's have a look. Did this one miss? No. Bang on the line. Good call.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenges remaining.
As I said, you can just as well stop challenging, because all the calls are good, except one. There's actually been one overruled.
Amazing.
Play. Service over. 15-12.
Misjudgment by the American inside the line in the end.
Service over. 13-15. Service over. 16-13.
Good lead.
But it's a very resourceful woman, Zhang Beiwen, in 2018. She actually used crowdfunding to pay for some of her trips. You know, people were sort of chipping in, so she was able to go on the trips to play and represent America in the best possible way. So she's very, very resourceful. I think she's doing a wonderful job and is really soldiering on, basically on her own. As you also noticed, there's no coach.
Yeah, that must be tricky. You must have a lot of self-belief when you're in the fire against this kind of level and pedigree of opponent. He's digging very deep here and again putting up a really good scrap. And when you peruse their head-to-head, she's won 4 matches in the 9 encounters against the great Indian.
That's just wide.
So she's a real deep believer, and one of her mental assets is the fact that she is just so tenacious and dogged within it. Great attitude.
Yeah, that's gone. And this is what we saw in Basel at the World Championship last year. This was the way that Sindhu was playing. Really very forceful and very aggressive.
Yeah, she's got searing power on tap. Nice asset to have.
Game point 14.
So the Indian number 1 then, with 6 game point opportunities here.
Game.
17 minutes was all the world number 6 and 6th seed here. Reigning world champion PUSARLA v Sindhu takes the opening game, 21 points to 14.
Look, Sindhu again. After 11, then you play you like course, yeah. So last rally also look behind right back, not strong, no strong. Just normal and body smash, and any courses you recover no problem. But back to back, how about that? Very nice. Straight and cross, and slice throw was very nice. You Sindhu recovery then, little difficult. Yeah? It's okay. Wow, open is very nice. Only you focus, no siding, don't siding. Lift also, lift inside is okay. Okay, then keep play, keep on play. after wrong block then also. If you do wrong block then he also doesn't.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So you can see it's a big contrast. Zhang Beiwen just standing there all by herself.
She cuts a solitary figure there, doesn't she?
She
A bit of a
does.
sympathy vote, that one.
She's a strong woman. She's doing really well.
Jeez.
She played in the Danish Badminton League,
Love all.
I think last year as well. So I'm not sure she's playing this year.
Serves over.
Did you pick up anything that was said during the sort of change of ends? I didn't manage to get hold of it. It was a bit muffled.
Yeah, it was quite tricky to really understand. Sometimes it's really between players and coaches, and they have their own ways of saying it.
Yeah.
Serves over. 1-0.
Looking pretty dictatorial and comfortable so far, PUSARLA v Sindhu.
Two, 1.
And if she can wriggle through in straight games, it will be a really good start to her All England campaign in 2020.
Serves over. 2-0.
And of course, in the grand scheme of things, if she wants to go the distance and walk off with the title here, she'll have to win 5 matches. So at this stage, it's all about sort of energy preservation. It's not at the forefront of their mind, of course, but for the seeded athletes, it's a consideration. They need to save resource and dig deep when needs must. Sterner tests lie in wait, that's for sure. And that's not doing a disservice to the American. I'm sure she's going to dig deep and really contest this second game. But PUSARLA v Sindhu, when she's in full tilt, looks very, very good.
Yeah, the interesting thing is also that Sindhu has drawn Okuhara in the quarter-final, if everything is going according to the draw, of course. And when she won the World Tour finals in 18, she beat Nozomi Okuhara in 2 straight games. And when she won the World Championship in 19, she also beat Nozomi Okuhara in the final in 2 straight games. So if you know the draw is anything to go by,
4-0.
It'll all reveal itself, won't it, by Sunday evening?
yes,
When the winners are on their
we will be
podiums.
so much wiser.
Yes, exactly.
It's a good play by Zhang Beiwen. Oh, it's gone long. I think she's asking that it touched Sindhu on the way out. She's not making a challenge, but indicating that it might have touched Sindhu on the way out. That one there.
Don't think so. It didn't seem to deflect or deviate in its path.
5-4.
Been a match played in good spirit, though, hasn't it? There's no evading that. That one was an absolute body liner again. Beiwen ZHANG avenging that previous miss of the target.
Service over. 6-5. Service over. 6-0.
Spreading the court beautifully there, the American.
7-6.
Really upping the tempo, keeping on the front foot more often than not here, bossing the point nicely. Things looking up for the American now.
Serves over.
You sense she's drawing on that career open win in September of last year, where she took down Sindhu in 3 close games, 21-15 in the decider.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an impatient shot. And I think Sindhu knows it just so well.
Serves over.
Good fighting skills here from Zhang Beiwen. Oh, all in vain.
You okay? Thank you. Nine all.
Zhang Beiwen asking for the shuttle to be changed. And Sindhu is kind of saying no, and the umpire from Denmark is agreeing with Sindhu. 9 all it is.
Serves over. 10-9.
Good play here from Zhang Beiwen, once again attacking the body, and it's paying off quite nicely. One of the areas where PV Sindhu is not so strong is obviously her defense, and especially on the backhand side. And when it comes to flat exchanges as well, that's when Sindhu is not at her best.
Interval.
Here we had another mistake in the flat exchange from Sindhu, which takes Zhang Beiwen into the mid-game interval with a lead of 11-9.
Court 20 seconds. Court 20 seconds. Court. 11-9. Play.
Up in the pace there with that smash. The Indian
11.
She's had a little more to think about in this second game. It's far tighter.
Sindhu. Sindhu.
Here, once again, we saw that the defence from Sindhu is really letting her down a bit. The quality in the first defensive shot, really not good enough and too easy for Zhang Beiwen to put it away. Try to have a look at this one. This defensive shot of no quality.
Brilliant from Sindhu there
11
to redeem herself.
12.
It's high quality. Well, commendably, the American now is driving a lot of these points and really imposing her personality and her sort of resilience onto the Indian and making a real fist of this second game, as she so often has over the years. What do you think that PUSARLA v Sindhu has to do more to keep a grip of this?
I think it's all about adding on a lot of pressure on the back line for Sindhu. Push Zhang Beiwen towards the back and wait for the opportunities. Of course, she's got to play the back with good quality, because otherwise Zhang Beiwen will attack her, and that's not of the best for PV Sindhu. So it's a double-sworded edge, if you can say that. It's really tricky, but I would actually push Zhang Beiwen towards the back and then play with a lot of patience and wait for my chances and go for the big kills. Making the mistakes a second time on that reverse drop shot from PV Sindhu.
Yes, change.
Good fighting, retrieving ability here from Zhang Beiwen.
You can see how it's the personality of the American that just nibbles away at the psyche of the Indian, who can be, at times, lazy is not the right way of describing her at all, but just switching off momentarily, and the American is back in, and very much in the ascendancy in this second game now. Body language looking good.
Sindhu wanted to have a break, toweling down, but refused by the umpire.
Serves over. 12-15.
Stopping the run of points at 3 for Beiwen ZHANG there with a wonderful reflexive shot. Great leave there by the Indian athlete.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up. But it comes from a good shot to the back with the proper length on it. And then, of course, the attack is still coming from Zhang Beiwen, but when the shot is played with good length, it's so much easier for Sindhu to defend it, and that is opening up, that's creating these small opportunities, as what we saw here, and she finished it at the net.
I want you to ask from a division to check. Yes, but ask me, please. You delay the game, so speed up. 14-15.
Nicely done, good strength.
15-all.
4 points in a row.
Well, they've been motoring through these points, to be fair. There's not been a lot of dead time. Very quick. Suddenly, Beiwen ZHANG has lost away a little bit as PV Sindhu's kind of raised the bar and kept the intensity high.
And that's the third time that shot is not working.
16-all.
Maybe it's for Sindhu to put that in the toolbox for the rest of the match.
Sindhu.
And not use that shot, or at least wait a little while before she's using it again.
Stopping the run of points for PUSARLA at 5.
PUSARLA, come here. PUSARLA Sindhu, warning for misconduct. Delay.
Okay, so stalling the passage of play.
I think it's very, very good umpiring, because you can't keep cautioning and say, you know, please, and please, and please. So you have the option to pull the card, and I think that's what the umpire did. And it's just sending a clear signal that he is not accepting any sort of delays in the match. And I think that's very, very good umpiring. A lot of umpires, unfortunately, in my opinion, is sort of cautioning too much and not pulling the card.
Toothless in attack.
Serves over.
No, it's good, isn't it? It's good that he pulls the card and just lays down that statement of intent. There's nothing malicious about it, but it just you know, you've got to play by the rules. I'm with you.
Yep. Good play by Sindhu here. Not shaken by the decision from the umpire, which is good.
Oh, it's landed in. Well, it's hands down from the baseline judge, the backline judge, but PUSARLA thinks that it might have spilt long. Perhaps it's just a momentary chance to step off stage.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think that one
more
is
of the
in.
latter.
Yeah.
We both felt this one was in. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Serves over. 17-all. Play.
Well, 6 of their 9 matches I mentioned earlier have gone the distance, and well, this one very close, difficult to pick. Oh, she was so quick to bounce all over that. That was a no-nonsense put away. A little grimace afterwards
17.
as well. Asking for more.
Wait. Thank you. 18-17. Nineteen, 17.
Yeah, we discussed it earlier as well.
20,
the attack down the line and then the
17.
follow-up, and this time it works well for Sindhu, but it was all about the net exchange, and she kept playing it back until Zhang Beiwen lifted it.
3 match points for PUSARLA v Sindhu.
That's out.
Well, a little fist pump in acknowledgement. An understated reaction from PUSARLA v Sindhu, but the 6th seed and semi-finalist, the 2018 from India, the reigning world champion, safely through the first battle.
Match won by PUSARLA.
Job done for PUSARLA v Sindhu. High fives all round, little chuckle. Don't use the reverse slice, perhaps, will be the advice given. But she's come through against a tricky opponent that she's wrestled with in the past. PUSARLA v Sindhu, there's confirmation of the score. 14-17 in 42 minutes. She'll be pleased with that straight game win, extending her lead head-to-head over Zhang to 6-4. both of the women's seeds safely through that we've seen on Shoko